Brian.
Lido Show. Oh, sorry, I was talking to Lori, the new gal from Calgary. She's in the studio with us here.
You're explaining to Lindsay that was the
Lindsay, that's right. I said I thought her name was Lori, and then I called her Lori again.
You called her Lori? Oh, Brian.
It's Lindsay.
You're not going to hear this, but I'm playing the loser theme from Wheel of Fortune right now.
And I am the biggest loser. Yeah.
I didn't say that. You made a mistake on her name, and it was an honest one.
Yep.
So we're just having fun here, Brian.
Well,
it's all about.
It's awesome that she's decided to move up from Calgary to Fort St. John because we have it better here than they do in Calgary. Apparently.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think that in general, but I'm from Edmonton, so you know.
So you would say that. That's like us in Dawson Creek.
I would say that.
Yeah. Yeah, they're across the river, those creekers. Yeah.
We're much better than Dawson Creek.
Yeah.
Unless you're listening in Dawson Creek, then, well, you've got us.
I remember the Jimmy Houston used to talk about the rivalry. Remember we talked about this before?
Yeah.
The Canucks. Yeah, and the Flyers. Ooh, what a rivalry. And it
Jim
wasn't...
Houston, what a legend.
Oh, and continues to be, yeah.
Great.
Although he's got a little...
Anyway.
Yeah, you remember those, eh?
Oh,
yeah, me too. Me too.
He was, I watched him on TV, obviously Hockey Night in Canada now, but he was the voice of a couple for sure, like EA Sports NHL games.
Yeah.
Where he did all the commentaries, so, yeah.
Yeah, he's done well. Local boy does well. We've had a few from this town who've climbed the ranks,
Absolutely.
so to speak.
Yeah.
Some good news and some bad news at the Lido. Of course, we, like everyone else, have taken a slowdown, and actually we're going to establish it as a shutdown. I think it's important that people just stay where you are.
Yeah.
You know, they've talked about gatherings under 250 people, and then they've talked about gatherings of now less than 50 people. And now they've just released that all the bars and nightclubs, etc., are completely closed down. So I know we're not a bar and we're not a nightclub, but you know what? We put a lot of people into the Lido, and I think it's important that we do that social distancing thing and take advantage of the time that we have to, I don't know, to maybe reconnect a little bit. You know, we've had lots of calls. Unfortunately, we canceled 100 Women Who Care, which was coming up on the 26th.
Yeah.
The slow pitch meeting on last Monday, or this last Monday, was it's been canceled. Matt Minglewood got word from his camp that he won't be traveling out. And we're not in this alone. Absolutely, everybody everywhere is canceling everything, and so I think that we're going to follow suit with that. Wild Sheep Society, that one's been canceled as well. And when I use the word canceled, none of them are canceled. They're all going to be rescheduled. But, of course, moving forward, nobody knows when that is, right? It's kind of a stay tuned thing. We would encourage people to call the Lido if they have questions. I'm still going to go in. I don't want to drive my wife too crazy by staying home every day. But I have the advantage of not being in the public. When I'm actually at work, I can just go in there and renovate. The R word.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do some fixing up. I've got some wood in the back of my truck. Everybody laughs as they go by and they see my truck at the Lido. What the hell are you building now? But we've got some plans. We want to keep things new, fresh. Keep it old, but keep it new.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do some little tweaking and twiddling in there for the next couple of weeks and just stay busy.
Yeah. I mean, I have to say, Brian, I love how you put it, and you put it this way before we got on air here too, right? This is an opportunity. It sucks that we got to stay home, but this is sort of like, in essence, for a lot of us, a little bit of a vacation we didn't know we were going to have. Now, you're not going somewhere. You got to stay home, but you can catch up on that show you like. You can get outside. You can spend time with your kids, all things that are harder and harder to find time to do in modern society. And now, well, if you look at it as an opportunity, you now have time to do it.
Well, it depends. If you want to look at it negatively, absolutely, things really suck. But they don't actually. And I think that, somebody had said that Facebook is such a wonderful, horrible thing. It really is because, they talk about, oh, my God, I mean, our ancestors can go through and they can struggle and fight in world wars and that. And they're asking us to stay home for 2 weeks. Oh, my God, we're having such a difficulty time, doing that. It's crazy. If we just stay where we are, quit moving about, quit I'm okay because I'm young. I'm not certainly not talking about me because I'm not young. But I mean, the 20 and 25, 30-year-olds that they are not at risk, so they feel it's okay to go out there. Well, just don't. And closing the bars and the nightclubs, I think it's a good thing to do. To reconnect with family is a great thing. To actually go and color with your kids. And the honeydew jar. Oh my God! Do you realize how many men are going to get so much stuff? There's going to be the cleanest garages ever.
Yeah.
The laundry room's going to get finished.
Yeah, I got a few things I could be doing around the house. So.
Everybody does, and I think it's an opportunity. My wife phoned me yesterday at 3:00. She sent me a text yesterday at 3:00 and said, "Oh, you should come home. We'll go walk the dogs. It's beautiful out." And it is, and it was. Kudos to the city of Fort St. John, that walking trail of all the things they've built in the last, I don't know, I'm going to say 10 years, 15 years. That's really, really well used. And it's cool to pass another family walking, and they're walking their dogs, we're walking ours, and it's just a jovial hello, and you carry on. But it's a beautiful country we live in. I met a guy the other day walking on the trail. He was from Georgia, as in Russia. And he was leaving Fort St. John for a medical reason, but he's leaving Fort St. John, going to sell his house. And he said, you know what, if I didn't have to go, this has been the best place in the world to live. And he's been here 7 years.
Wow.
And I've been here since 1966. And you take your sanity breaks, you go out and you chase a palm tree every now and then. But this is a really good community to live in. And I would, encourage people to take the opportunity to go out and actually do things outdoors. Which is what they're saying. Don't congregate indoors.
Yeah.
Do things outdoors. So
take a drive if you don't want to be outside.
Yeah.
Take a drive down the Cecil Lake Road. That Beaten River Valley is stunningly beautiful.
In every season. Nobody knows how long this is going to last. And for us, we're just going to keep on keeping on. I know the other night we went to the Ilago restaurant. And we went in there, and there was us and two other tables. And I remember somebody on Facebook had said, to support the local businesses, maybe go out there. And they talk about it. I mean, the Walmarts and that, they will survive. The strength in the company is huge. It's the small mom and pop shops that need the assistance. So we decided that, we're gonna support them. And so we had our dinner, which maybe we should only had, one drink each, but we didn't. We had a couple of drinks and sat there for a couple hours and just, enjoyed each other's company. And then at the end, we ended up buying a couple of $50 gift certificates. So at some point when the Lido reopens, our intention is to go out there and actually give these certificates out, or to assist people who can't afford it, or just prizes, or just, yay, the bad times are done, hallelujah kind of thing, right? And so I'd encourage everybody to do that. We've, the people that are out there, I'm going to say maybe the older crowd who listen to the Moose FM, and not only because of the demographics that way, but that aren't maybe on social media platforms, that they're out there listening, and maybe they need a little bit of help. Maybe they need, we'll laugh about the toilet paper thing, but maybe it's medication. Maybe they need some groceries. Maybe there's things that they can't find. We have a little army, our little Lido army that, entertain people at nights. But all the girls have been asking, what can we do to help, what we can, and I think that what we're going to do is, if you need something, just phone. My wife and I have said that we will be answering the phones, and if somebody needs something, somebody can't afford something, somebody needs anything at all, just phone the Lido, and if we don't have it or we can't get it, we will find somebody who will, for sure. And I was reading Lori Ackerman's post this morning, and it's really good. It's good in the sense that she is taking a directive from, I think it was Dr. Henry with the province of BC. Yeah. That's a very, very intelligent woman, very, very well-spoken. She's not media. She's not, an elected official. That's her job, and she speaks really well. And there's no unknowns in there. She speaks from the heart. She speaks from the truth, I think. And I think it's important that we, when you read things on Facebook, is it true? Is it not true? I don't know. It's that thing. See, I just touched my cheek. Darn it. But it is. It's something that if we get rid of all of the I don't knows, I'm not sure's, or did you hear's, and just go really to the facts, the fact is we need to stay away from each other. And so here I am in your studio, 4 feet away. Mm-hmm. But, I think it's important that those of you being in the media yourself, you guys still need to get the word out. Mm-hmm. There's people who need to hear from you. So I think it's good. Maybe, we'll see next week, but maybe we should cancel our little chit-chats. Maybe I should just do a phone-in.
I was going to say, or we can definitely do it over the phone if we want to do it that way.
But I think communication, people, we need that. And the folks, the shut-ins, the older folks who don't have people that can come around, they need that as well. So pick up the phone your granny, or give your buddy's mom a call, mm-hmm. And just make sure you keep in contact, just not physical contact.
All right. Lots to chew on, as per usual there, Brian.
I know
and
nothing.
Awfully generous of you to offer that. So if you want more information about the Lido event cancellations, how to get a hold of Brian, the Lido.ca is your website.
Or if you need help in any way, reach out to us. We're there for you.
What's the phone number for the Lido?
250-785-3011.
All right, Brian, thanks so much for stopping by and chatting today.
Thanks, Dub. Always a pleasure.
You're very welcome. This community interview is brought to you by Fort City Chrysler, home of the 10K giveaway.
Yeah, we talk a lot.